everybody, we're down at the yard again today and we're going to take the caravan out for a bit of a trial towing run, just so I can make sure that we're ready for when we go to Prestatyn in the next few days. So we just thought we'd do a quick video about getting the caravan ready to tow. So we've already been inside. I've made sure that everything is bolted down. The fridge door's got its latch on, so that can't open. I've made sure that all the doors in the caravan are closed and locked, and that we've emptied any items that are in the cupboards out so they can't fall out during transit. So at the moment the caravan is completely clear. The tables are up and secured in their upwards position. What we're going to do now is go around. We're going to take all the jacks down, or even up, sorry, in the caravan, and then we'll look at getting it attached onto the car. So I'll come back once we've got the jacks done. Right, okay, so all the jacks are up now on the caravan, as we can see. So they're all up in their furthest upright position. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move the caravan out to meet the car over there, and we will come back once we've got that done and we'll go over the checks before we actually attach it all to the car. Right, so we're ready to get it onto the car now. Notice the tow ball is clean. When you get them new, they'll be covered in paint. That paint has to be removed, especially if you've got the Alco stabiliser tow bar like this one. So what we need to do is we need to now move the caravan, which we will slowly until it matches up with the tow ball, and then we'll let it down on the jack to let the caravan down. Pull it forwards. Right, see if we can get it a little bit further forwards. Pull that up, and now slow that down. Right, now we've done that, the little red indicators come up there. That's meant to show you, once that gets raised above the black actual the tow ball there, that then shows us it's locked. Now, to make sure that's locked, what we'll do is we'll use the jockey wheel to jack the front of the caravan up and see whether it pulls the back of the car up, and then we'll know that it's actually definitely connected properly. So go with that, and we've definitely got movement on the car there, so we know that's all okay. So if we let that down now, the important thing now is to make sure that the jockey wheel is pulled up to its furthest position, especially for going over speed ramps, so that we don't actually catch the jockey wheel on the speed ramps. So I'll pull that up there, and that's as far as it'll go. We'll pull that around till it gets to there, loosen that off and pull that up. Make sure that's nice and tight. And that is now as far as that jockey wheel will go, as far as the mechanism will allow us to pull that jockey wheel up. Now we've done that, we've got to make sure that we connect the power to the lights and for all the auxiliary units, and also very important to connect the breakaway cable on. So I'll plug these in now, try and keep them clear. Go under. It's the grey auxiliary one, and now the black for the lights. So once that's in, we'll get this around, and we're going to actually attach that not to the tow ball but to the physical cross member at the back of the car that the tow ball is connected to, so that if the tow ball physically comes off, that's still connected to the car and that is not going to rip off the car. So that is the way, the proper way that it should be, and that's on there now. So the final thing to do then is to lock down the stabiliser till it's down as far as it goes, and that then brings the friction pads in contact with the tow ball, and that is us ready, apart from the handbrake, to go. So we'll let the handbrake off, and hopefully the handbrake on the car holds. And that's ready for us to go. We'll check the lights before we go, and that's it. Right, hello then everybody. So we're back from the yard now. I wanted to do a bit more video when we got down to the yard, but unfortunately the weather came in and it started raining and we didn't want to get all the camera equipment wet, so we decided to give it up as a bad job, and we very quickly got the caravan into its position. We got the jacks down and we got out of there and got to somewhere where it was nice and dry. So the actual towing aspect of it, how was it is the question I'm sure you're all dying to ask me. Not as bad as the first time, is the honest truth. I was not as worried as I was when I picked it up from the yard that we got it from. When we first bought it, it was the very same feeling as when you get into a new car and you are worried that you're going to end up having a crash or knocking mirrors off or having, you know, all sorts of irrational fears that go through your head of this new car because you don't know how big it is and it feels like you're driving a 100-foot tanker. And yeah, it's just it is a very odd feeling, but that wasn't too bad this time because I think I got all that out of my system. So we managed to just actually get on the road and start towing. I liken it very much to driving a large panel van. Sensation's very the same. Make sure you take corners quite wide so we don't end up catching the curb with the caravan or taking the side of the caravan out with a bollard, even worse. So I think that obviously the only differences between it is that it's articulated, and that does add a little bit of fun into it, especially when reversing. I've found it really difficult to get it to reverse in a straight line. I think the trick is to look at the caravan and not think about where you want the car to go, think about where you want the caravan to go. If I look at my steering wheel, I just end up near enough jackknifing the car and caravan, so it's that is work in progress, and I think it will only get better as things go on. As Professor Brian Cox said in Dream, things can only get better, and I hope that they definitely will in the case of reversing the caravan. Otherwise, I'm going to look like an absolute fool when I get to the caravan site and they say, "Can you just reverse it into that pitch, Mr. Key?" No, I certainly can't. Anyway, so enough about that. Problems I found with towing is just the absolute lack of concern from any other driver on the road, especially when you're going down streets that are double parked. People just push through. They really do. They see a caravan, and you would have thought, when I'm driving, even before I had a caravan, if I saw someone coming through with a caravan, I'd always give them a good, a good amount of gap to get through. I'd have a little bit of compassion for them and think, you know what, mate, you're bigger than me, you can come through. But no, what I've actually found is that people see you with a caravan and think, I better get through quickly. And that's exactly what they do. They push straight through. And that was the worst bit, really, having to try and sort of pull the caravan in to let them get past, because I didn't want to damage their car or damage my caravan or my car. Wouldn't let their own mother through. That is the phrase I'd want to use for that. And I'm sure that's what my grandmother would say. They wouldn't let their own mother through, let alone a guy with a big car and a caravan on the back of it. So yeah, that's sort of the only negative side to it. Whether I've just been unlucky, please, feel free to say in the comments, fellow caravanners, if you've not had that same sort of experience on the road with other drivers. But that's certainly what I had to start with. Never mind think bike, we should have think caravan. I think that should be on the back of the caravans. We should have something made up that we could stick in our windows, I think. Other than that, it was a pleasant experience, to be honest, and it gave me a lot more confidence, and I feel a lot better now for actually towing it to North Wales in the next few days. I'm hoping this video has been of use to somebody. I know I'll definitely be watching it again when I actually connect the caravan up on Bank Holiday Monday, just to make sure that I've got everything done correctly, and make sure that we've checked the tyre pressures, we've checked the torque of the wheel nuts, that we've made sure we've connected all of the electrical connections up, the breakaway cable, and also got the handbrake off.
So that is basically it for this video. Like I say, I hope it's been of use to somebody. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. And I will see you again soon for another video. Thanks. Bye bye.